up? It's AngelVicious and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be answering all your questions. I'm very sorry that this is late. It was supposed to be a January Q&A, but now it's a February Q&A. So I will be doing another one later on this month, closer maybe to the 28th or something like that. But anyways, a lot of you guys have sent me questions on Snapchat. I have 53 Snapchats currently. I will answer all of them as long as they're not completely, insane. Anyways, if a question's repeated, I will just answer that once. To make this video a little bit shorter and more convenient for you guys to watch, because 53 Snapchats is quite a bit. I'm not for sure they're all questions, so we'll start from the bottom from when I ask people to send me questions on Q&A. If you hear in the background my kitty cat, he is playing a game. It is so cute. I wish you could see. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys sometimes. It's so freaking cute. I'm gonna do like a whole episode kind of thing, like an episode kind of deal. I don't know if that's making sense. Of like me telling you all about my pets, bringing them in and stuff like that. I rescued a lot of animals, and I have this special place in my heart for animals. Cats are my favorite, but I also love dogs. Anyways, that's not part of this video, so let's get on with the questions. Also, to the 28 people who have sent me a request, I am sorry I have not added you yet. I have just been trying to keep off of Snapchat because I didn't want to accidentally open something and it be a question. So here we go. Okay, so a question from Cody. How often should you change and clean your piercings? I need to get my glasses for this video. Yas. So how often should you change and clean your piercings? If they are new piercings, treat them a little bit different than if they were not new piercings. If you've had them a while, then it's going to be a little different. You don't have to clean them as much. Please still clean them because you don't want anything to happen and possibly get infected later on. But how often you should change your piercings? I recommend not changing your piercings for at least like 6 weeks. It depends on the piercing, to be honest. Like with my cheek piercings, I waited 6 months to change them. For my tongue, I waited 2 weeks to change it because your mouth heals so much faster than any part of your body. My nipples, my Christina, I waited maybe 2.5 months for both of those. So I didn't wait a super long time, but around 6 weeks to 3 months is pretty much a good ballpark figure of how long you should wait to change them. I would not change them often if they're new. And if you've had them for a while and they're not sore and you are able to change them a lot, then that is great. Keep doing what you're doing. Just basically, when you're in the shower, make sure you clean it with, soap, water. I recommend also like sea salt water, or you can just warm up some salt water in a cup and just clean it like that. Emu oil is also another great thing if you're talking about ears, or even my septum, I used emu oil to stretch it. It's a 2 gauge. But yeah, that's about it for that one. Oh my god, some of you guys are such pervs. Okay, from Low Key, have you ever thought about body modifications or body modification art? So, it depends on really what you're thinking about with body modification, because considering tattoos and piercings are both body modifications. If you're talking about anything like scarification or like corsets or anything like that, I did when I was younger pierce my arm like all the way up. I did like 5 or 6 different ones. And I was going to do, like a ribbon and stuff, but you know, I woke up the next morning and realized, Angel, you were drunk when you did that. Why did you do that? And I took pictures with it and stuff so I could show people and say like, hey, wow, when I was drunk, I pierced my arm. I don't recommend anyone doing that. So please don't go and pierce yourself. Don't pierce your arms. This is just some stupid shit I've done. We've all done stupid shit. So, yeah. But have I ever thought about it? You know, I thought about scarification several times. And I think it's beautiful. I find it to look very painful. I have a very, very, very high pain tolerance. I don't really flinch or move whenever a needle hits me. It's just not really me. It's almost like a calming feeling. It's like therapy for me to get a new tattoo or piercing. I don't know. I have thought about it. I've thought about scarification. I have thought about more like corsets or even like suspensions. I thought that would be kind of cool. But with that, you have to take into consideration if you ever did want to cover something that was very, very modified up, it would take quite a bit. And if you're trying to tattoo or pierce through scarring and tissue, it's going to be a lot harder to cover. You're still going to probably feel it. Some tattoos I have from when I was younger, I can actually still feel that they're bumped up. So with the scarification, I can definitely say that, you know, YouTube videos I have watched and things like that, it's very hard to cover if you want to cover it with ink or anything later in your life or change it in some way. But, you know, it's all permanent when you really think about it, except for piercings. So, I mean, hey, if you want to do it. But, I don't really know if it's for me anymore, but I definitely have thought about it. And suspension would be a pretty cool thing to try out, so I'm not knocking any of it. I mean, hell, I might try it again. But yeah, I did do, a corset one time. Well, it wasn't even a corset because it was... Don't do it, kids. Don't do it. Chad Chad with 40s. Okay. Ever thought about a merch brand? Pierced Angel, I want 5% proceeds. I have thought about doing a merch brand. A lot of people have told me that they would love to buy my merchandise. I model. I've got several magazines. I'll probably make a whole video on that. So, yeah, I would love to do that. And every month I do send out a box. So, I unfortunately did not pick a winner for January. But I will be picking one for February. So, please go ahead and just spam me. Just blow up my Instagram notifications. Blow up my YouTube. And, you know, let me know you want this package. And I will send a piece of clothing I have modeled and a picture of me in it, and also some little goodies. I always do that to wherever you are. It's international. I don't care. You know, it's a little more expensive, but I love you guys so much. It doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, let me know how bad you want it, and I'll be choosing a winner closer to the end of the month. What? Closer to the end of the month. But yeah, merch. Merch would be really cool. A lot of you guys have said that. What was the pain scale on your chest piece? It's beautiful. Okay, so my chest piece, let's see, maybe pain scale, when it got towards the sternum, like kind of towards this area, I mean, I have on a matching little outfit, so I mean, I can show you guys this tattoo so I can kind of reference to what I'm talking about. See how it kind of goes down into my sternum? That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was still, you know, like, oh god, that's a sternum, that kind of hurts, because I'm a pretty tiny person. It's really funny because, you know, everyone will see me on here and they'll be like, you know, oh, you look so much tinier in person. Are you really 5'9"? Oh my god, you're so tiny. I guess I'm a short 5'9". I don't freaking know. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this video. Pain scale, closer to the sternum, I would probably give maybe a 3 or 4, surprisingly. Surprisingly, it wasn't bad. obviously, you know, where you have meat on your chest, that didn't hurt very bad. So I would probably give that one maybe a 2. When it was right up here on my chest, I guess, let's see, like in between the collarbones, we'll say that. That was a little rougher, so we'll give that about a 4, possibly a 5. Then we get way over here to where it's basically under my armpits. And it's kind of near my nipple, so it hurt a little more. I'd say anything near the armpit will hurt pretty much the most. I'm going to eventually get my underarm tattooed. Yeah, I know. What? You're crazy. A lot of people have it done, though. I think it's really cool, and I want my whole body tattooed. So, I mean, I can't leave out space just because it's an armpit. So, anyways, yeah, when you get closer, excuse me, I need to shave if you can see that. The closer you get to right under your arm, see like where this cat is, the cat ear, it'll hurt more. I would give that probably a 6 or 7 possibly. But I found it way worth it, so, you know, it is what it is. And thank you so much for saying it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites too. Someone messaged me, I have a question. If you ever have a question, just, you know, don't delay, ask it. You know, it can be crazy. I don't mind. I'm pretty open. So, do you have a premium account? I do. It is not a Snapchat. I have actually an OnlyFans only account. It's onlyfans.com/AngelVicious. It is $25 a month, but usually around holidays, I lower the price like crazy. So on Valentine's Day, I'm thinking I'm going to drop it to like 15 and let you guys have like a $10 discount. I think that would be a really cool thing to do because it's what I do. So if you want to join my premium account, then it is onlyfans.com/AngelVicious on Valentine's Day, February 14th. I had to think about that for a minute. It will be $15 to join, and that is for the entire month. And then if you want to keep renewing, then cool. If not, then, you know, that is what it is. But I post all kinds of content. I do post lots of nudes on there, if you're wondering kind of what it is. I do post non-nudes. I post implied. I basically post everything that I do not post in the public on my premium account. Check it out, babes. Otto1794. What do your parents... Okay, that was my game. I'm addicted to this episode game. I know it's probably for like teenagers, but I don't know why. I love to read, and these are interesting stories. Another time. What do your parents think about your piercings and tattoos? So, when I was a young age, I always had a fascination, like, with stretched ears, or, you know, things that a lot of people didn't have, because back when I was younger, it was quite a while ago, so don't hate on me, I'm kind of old, but it wasn't seen as much, and I'd see people with their nose pierced, and, you know, lip, things like that, and I was just like, wow, I really love that, I've got to get it. And so my mom wasn't super thrilled, I guess, at the beginning, but she actually let me get a tattoo. I was 11 years old. It is what it is. A lot of you guys can hate on that. You can be like, oh my god, she got her first tattoo at 11. But, you know, it's okay because that was a really fun experience for me. And I got to show everybody in middle school that I had a tattoo. I actually had 2 tattoos in middle school. And they were not done in Virginia where I live. They were done in North Carolina and South Carolina, where when I was younger, obviously, like I said, I'm not super young anymore, they didn't card, or they didn't check as much. So my school ID was good enough, and they just handed it back and was like, alright, let's do it. So, my first tattoo was a rose. My mom loved that tattoo. I got it covered up because, obviously, when I got older, I was like, I don't know about this one. I don't know, man. So I covered it up with a wolf, and it says Lone Wolf. Story to that one, really quick, briefly. is, you know, I feel like we all have so many paths to choose, and it's like you can either follow the crowd or you can lead the crowd, or you can just go off on a path on your own and find new things that not everyone else will find. And at the end of the day, you always only have yourself. You have yourself to think about thoughts you've done, and good, you know, good or bad. But at the end of the day, it's just you. So, lone wolf. It kind of explains. But my mom, when I started wanting more tattoos, she was like, okay, well, don't cover your body. But it was kind of like as I went, she adjusted, because it was like, you know, don't get anything big, or Angel, no, it'll scar your face, too pretty for that, things like that. And Pops, my dad, stepdad, he never, ever really said anything about it. If I came home with a new tattoo, it's like, oh, okay, another one. Like, you know, I'm sure, like, he was, like, not enthralled about it, but he never said anything good or bad about it. And, I got my sleeve when I was 17 or 18. This sleeve right here, not my Harry Potter sleeve. I got that done when I was, like, 21 going on 22, and then 22, I believe. So, there, you know, that's that. What did she say about my sleeve? It was around tax times. Ironically, it's their tax times again. I was like, well, can I take the money that you guys get for, you know, having me? Because obviously that's how things work. You know, if you have a kid, you can file your taxes with them, you know, or on them. You guys that are parents will know what I'm meaning. Kids, go ask your parents. I don't really know how to explain this, guys. Anyways, but I got like $1,000 for, you know, myself, and I was like, wow, I really want a sleeve. And so I just was like, I'm gonna do it. And my mom was like, well, now I have no choice, so go ahead and do it. And she ended up falling in love with it. She was like, wow, that's so much detail. I love it. And then from then on, she supported me. Pops supported me. Only people that hated it was my grandparents. So I would say that my mom and my dad, my stepdad, is very open to whatever I really want to do, as long as I have the money for it, and, you know, it's like not super crazy. And if it's super crazy, odds are I'm gonna do it anyway, so. This is not a question, but I am going to give this person a shout out because this is such a sweet message. Jess, I think is how to pronounce this. I'm not for sure, so, anyways. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for all your informative videos and actually caring about your viewers. It really shows. You look amazing, and I love your tattoos so much. You've inspired me to go get my own. Again, much appreciation, and keep up the good work. You're awesome. Well, thank you so much. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. Your support is my life. I love it. I wouldn't be here without you guys. And, you know, when I'm having a bad day and I get a message like that, it just kind of lifts my spirits a bit. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And the last one I have is that guy. And he asked, did it hurt bad when you stretched your septum? Well, when I started out stretching it, it actually really didn't hurt a bit, and I was doing it properly. I don't need these anymore. I can see again. Anyways, I started out, and, you know, I started at a 14, I believe. I asked to be pierced with a 14 needle. And it kind of came to me, like, right away when I was looking at kind of my old jewelry. It was like 12s and 10s and 8s, and I was like, huh. And so I, of course, being me, I went and grabbed my emu oil, and I just shoved the motherfucker through. And it kind of got, like, addicting after that, because it was kind of like, oh my gosh, this is like my whole face. Like, if I wanted to, I would have like a freaking bull ring so freaking big. But, you know, it's fun to just put clickers in there, or multiple rings. It's pretty cool. When I got down to about a 4, not gonna lie to you guys, that shit burned. I don't really know how to explain it, but I would definitely give it a pretty high rating, like a 6, 7, 7.5, something like that. And then when it healed and I waited almost a whole year to stretch it again, and I went to a 2, and that was the most painful stretch I've ever had. I would give it a 10 out of 10, and that is the only time you'll probably ever hear me say that about a piercing, stretching, or anything, because what happened is I couldn't find my emo oil, right? And I had all these so cute little rings, and I had all my silicone tunnels from when I was at a 2 age in my ears, throwback like crazy. Oh my god, those videos are like back in like 2012. That's insane. Anyway, you know, when I got there, I was like, okay, I've got all this great jewelry, shove that thing through. And so I was like trying to work it in my nose, and I was sneezing like crazy. So I had to run to the bathroom because obviously my nose was running like crazy. And every time I'd push it, I'd sneeze. Push, sneeze, push, sneeze, push, sneeze. Well, I put a screw-in tunnel in my nose. Why, I will never be able to answer that for you guys. I don't know. I guess it was kind of just what I had, and what I had in mind was just a tunnel. So that's what I had, and I didn't want to stretch my septum with, you know, silicone. Like, no one stretches their septum with silicone, and if you do, please don't. Please stop. It's not that great for you anyways, like for your ears. But if you do it on your ears, I can tell you it's not going to be as bad as if you do it on your septum or any other piercing. Just refrain from it if you can. And I used to actually say stretch with silicone, but that was with my ears. And I have a completely different opinion, so I guess I'm kind of like a hypocrite when I say this. But I shoved that thing in, and I screwed it on, and I couldn't touch my nose for at least like 3 weeks. Oh my god. It was bad. I am not gonna lie to you guys. It was bad. Eventually I changed it to one where you can put in a single flare and put the little band on it. And that was cool, and now I have a silicone tunnel in there. It did heal, and it never got infected, thankfully, and so yeah, I will tell you guys, that hurt like a bitch. Yep, it did. My manager, Eric, shout out, baby, he has his tongue stretched, don't quote me, I think it's a 6, and I thought it was always cool to stretch your tongue, but I have 2 tongue piercings now, and I've had them for quite a while. I've had my first tongue piercing since I was 17, and then the back one since I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I got it done the same day I got my wisdom teeth out. I know, like, what the fuck, Angel, what? I don't know. I'm crazy like that. Like, pain does not bother me. I was under anesthesia for quite a while because they had to break my jaw to get into my tooth. They broke it. For a whole month, like, I couldn't move my jaw. It was pretty bad. And then, they make you take out all your piercings for surgery because obvious reasons. You know, they don't want anything to fall anywhere, or especially tongue and cheek and dahlia piercings. They're in your mouth and they need to be out the way so the dentist can, well, the orthodontist, oral surgeon can do his job and get to the tooth and get it out. So I went by, and Mark AngelVicious, another shout out. Jeez, I'm very generous today. Oh, also, I said I'd shout out to Anime. So, hey, Anime! Hey, Sean. I don't know if he wanted me to say his real name on here. So, Anime, hey! Everyone knows your name's Sean now. Anyway, so I went by, and Mark put in all my piercings for me, and I was so fucking high on drugs, man. I will link the video in the description. I had like no emotion whatsoever after I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I was asking about Ellen DeGeneres. I was asking about my ex and talking about fighting his girlfriend. Oh my God, I was a mess. Mickey Mouse or something like that. I don't know what I was talking about. It was crazy, but I will link it if you guys want to see me high off of anesthesia, off of pain pills, off of, oh my God, whatever the hell I was on. I thought I walked out of there also, but turns out I was actually rolled out in a wheelchair. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, I was like, while I was there, can you pierce my tongue? You want to get your tongue pierced the same day you got your wisdom teeth taken out? You already can't eat, and you're not going to be able to eat again with another tongue piercing. I'm like, well, you know, I already can't eat. That's kind of the point, so go ahead and do it. So, Mark, he did it, and thank you for that. And, you know, I guess that's all to that story. It's like I always try to drag stories out. It's like, oh, I want to tell you more, I want to tell you more. But then it gets to the point where I'm just talking in circles. So anyways, but that's all the questions for this video, guys. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on your bell for notifications. And also check out my OnlyFans.com. That would be awesome if you do that for me. It means a lot to everyone that joins. It's really cool. We kind of just have our own little club. I'm going to start doing giveaways on there as well. So I'll have like YouTube giveaways and I'll have OnlyFans giveaways. And you know what? It can increase your chance to get it if you're on my OnlyFans and you're blowing up my notifications. So, you know, and also, you can let me know what piece you would want. And if I can't give you that one piece for maybe because I already gave it away, or I threw it away because maybe I ruined it, or I have to need it for another shoot, or I just want to keep it, then I'll tell you otherwise and give you a bunch more selections. But for now, anyways, just go check that out, and don't forget, the 14th of February, it will be $15 to join my OnlyFans for an entire month. Yes. So, anyways, I love you guys so much, and I miss talking to you. I promise I'm back for good this time. I'm going to continue to make videos and continue to talk to you guys because I really miss it. I really do. So anyways, have a great night. Have a great day. Whatever it is, wherever you're at in this big ass world, and I'll see you next time. Bye!